Today we're going to show you how to debone a porterhouse roast. So there you go. Just going to take your knife and put your knife up on the bone, and just bring your knife all the way down on the bone that separate the fillet from the New York strip. That's why it's always better to buy a porterhouse, because it's going to get better value for your money. So there you go. And just bring your knife all the way down and you separate it off. And there you go. You're going to cut. So this right here will be the fillet. Very tender, very soft. So the best way to get a good price on a fillet is just to buy the porterhouse. Then you're going to cut them into filet mignon steaks. And there you go. So now you get 4 nice tenderloin steaks. And this was like what? Like $11.99 a pound, because they were selling them by the roast like that. So sometimes you're lucky enough to catch them if you go to certain grocery stores. And you want to clean up the fillets. And there you go. Now you're going to take your knife. Make sure your knife is sharp. And there you go. That's the New York strip. So now you're going to take your knife. You're going to put your knife behind the bone, and you're going to come all the way down. And what that's going to do is you're filleting the meat off the bone. So there you go. Just come down nice. Try not to leave no meat on the bone, because you're going to be at home, so you're not going to be able to like cut the bone. And there you go. And this right here will be your New York strip. Just going to cut down, and there you go. You're going to have some nice New York strip steaks. So you're definitely going to get a better. It's always better to use a bigger knife when you're cutting stuff like this, because that way the bigger knife, you can handle, the bigger piece of meat. So when you're using the 6-inch knife, it's more for like trimming. So the bigger 12-inch knife is better for stuff like this. There you go. So now go back to the trimming. You want to use a 6-inch. And there you go. You just want to clean it up. Some people like a lot of fat. Some people don't like a lot of fat. So, fat is all about preference. But, you definitely got to trim it to a certain, what, in the middle of what everybody's going to like. So there's a bit of middle ground right here. But obviously when you're doing it yourself, you can leave all the fat off, or you can take all the fat off. And there you go. For some reason that day my phone was not working good. So, but pretty much you get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm just trimming the fat off the steaks. And there you go. So pretty much you end up with some nice New York strip and some filet. And the other piece, if you have a cleaver, you can definitely use a cleaver and chop that up to make some beef stock with it. Or you just boil it in a pot, just think make some beef broth. So either way, nothing is going to go to waste. So that's every time you go to the store to buy your meat, you always want to check and look for the roast, or if you could buy it in bulk, because you're definitely going to get a better price. All right, so that's kind of everything we got out of the porterhouse roast when we were done with it. So you got 4 filet and 5 strips.